beautiful people. Welcome to Sweetly Good. This is my new YouTube channel, and this is my channel where this is a space where faith meets femininity and healthy living, and it inspires joyful, purposeful, driven life. So this morning, kind of sort of introducing my channel to you guys. There's a lot of plans that I have to launch my channel and to get the things that I have to say out. This morning, I have my hair in plaits, and I wanted to just kind of come and talk about just my what's the word I'm looking for? My outcome measures for my life. I think that's what we're going to call outcome measures for my life. So it's going to be a series that I'll be bringing to you all about downsizing and cutting back, about relationships, fashion. And I'm going to be incorporating things about food as well. I have actually been inspired by a few different channels. So this is kind of like an incorporation of that, but more so things that bring me joy at this stage in my life, things that focus on my faith, and things that really drive me to be healthy. And I would like to take you all on that journey with me. So we're going to go on that journey together. I had to go get some more lighting, so I just kind of stopped there. It is about 9:58 in the morning. I got this cough that's been sitting on me, and I need to get it off. But like I was saying, I'm gonna take you all along on a journey with me. I love to cook, and so because I love to cook, I've been finding a newfound joy for cooking. I did move to a new place, so I'm in like a new kitchen, new environment, and I want to share that with you because I think a lot of times we don't understand the power of moving when God tells us to move, and the power of the change in our environment, how that sparks joy, how that sparks increase, and how that affects our overall well-being, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. I'm still in the process of decluttering and organizing my space. And what I found like yesterday, kind of fasted yesterday, because I ended up eating like about 8 o'clock at night, but I didn't eat like all day. And not necessarily on a journey of weight loss, but I'm on a journey to get off the medications that I am on. And so I'm definitely working towards a goal that my doctor and I have set for me. And so I want to take you all along on that journey as well. I may not talk a lot about it, but I can tell you that between last week and this week, I've lost 5 pounds. And between November and December, I was at 219, and I am now at 204.9. So I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. I don't expect to lose weight really fast. I expect to lose weight in a healthy way that helps me get to my health goals and health benefits. So actually, I went to Sprouts yesterday because I did like some mini grocery shopping. Because even though like tomorrow's Christmas, I still have to make sure that I have food in my house to eat, because I don't really like to bring leftover food into my home. One, because it's going to be a lot of like macaroni and cheese stuff, and just kind of like things that are like super carby. And I've been eating a lot more vegetables, a lot more whole foods, a lot more raw foods, a lot of things that speak more to my health, because health is wealth. But this morning, I'm eating some yogurt that I bought. Like, found this yogurt because I'm trying to go back to being dairy free. I also want to be nut free, and I have been finding like, excuse me, I've been finding good alternatives. And I'm going to take you along the journey also. I'll share like a couple of tips about finding ways and foods that's going to help with that. So that's also going to be part of the channel and part of the journey. And I'm praying for the Lord to help me be consistent, y'all, because truth be told, I got an issue with being consistent. I will start, and then my life starts to take off. And next thing you know, I'm like, you know what? Hell with that. So I am on a journey also to be consistent. The place where I moved to, we have a gym, and I'm actually like, the gym is right across the way. The pool is right there. The gym is right across the way. So I really don't have any excuse not to go to the gym and work out. I've downsized from a 3-bedroom to a 1-bedroom. And because the goal of that is to help me financially. And the other goal of that is that this is the first time in my life that I've actually been taking care of me, because I'm a mom. And so I have almost never lived by myself, never been in a space where everything in this environment is about me. And so I am learning now to cultivate my space that incorporates everything that's going to help me in my environment. So if I go back to talking about food, because I know I said that's one of the things that I'm going to be bringing here on my channel, Sweetly Good, because food is definitely a large part of who I am and what I do. And I eat food that I enjoy. I don't want to be in a restricted place, but the biggest thing is to eat food that tastes really good to me. Everyone's palate is different. I am Caribbean. I love Mediterranean food. I love Caribbean food. I have a love for that. So I will have recipes that's going to incorporate that as well. So I just wanted to come back and show you guys what I got from Sprouts, what my like little mini haul was yesterday. So I'm going to start with this yogurt that I'm eating for my breakfast. It's called Coco June, and I am going to give you guys like another view and focus on this. But this is like the texture of the yogurt, and this is a passion fruit, and it is an organic cultured coconut, and it has different cultures in there, and I'll give you guys a picture of that as well. It costs $2.99 at Sprouts, and I was like, oh, I got $2.99 for yogurt. So I just picked up one because I wanted to see what it tastes like. I didn't want to end up picking up like 10 of them, and then I'm like, oh gosh, these are disgusting. But this is actually really good. It's super smooth. It tastes like coconut with a flavor of passion fruit, but the passion fruit and the coconut flavor, they balance well together. So this is called Coco June Passion Fruit Organic Cultured Coconut. And so I will drop a better view of this for you below. But I want to take a taste of it. That yogurt was really good. Now I told you I have been experimenting and getting back into like foods that I'm just like, I don't really like so much. I'm not so much. I've never really been a tofu girly, but I've been following Shakayla Felice, and she's broken into a hack for tofu that has made me like really like it again. That I've been repeating this like every week. And her secret is to freeze the tofu because she said that it changes the texture of it. And that's exactly what I've been doing. So this is the tofu that I bought. It's organic tofu, and it's extra firm from Sprouts. Now I bought that Publix tofu that was extra firm, and I think it was organic. And even though it said it was like extra firm or super firm, it was like kind of soft. So I found like this one gives me more of that chicken meaty kind of flavor. Like there's a nice firm heaviness to it that makes it taste absolutely wonderful. And I'll post a picture of a Buddha bowl or 2 Buddha bowls that I've made with the tofu and with chickpeas. That has like a lot of good stuff in there. And that's one of the bowls that I'm going to come and show you guys how I cook that as well, or how I put that together, I should say, because I'm really into a lot of fresh vegetables right now. This is baked sriracha fava tofu, and it's extra firm. So this is the package that it comes in, and this is like what this looks like, right? So it's baked sriracha, so the flavoring is sriracha. And I think that I'm going to actually have this for lunch today. I'm going to fix it up with like, you can see it. Let me see. I'm going to fix this up with like, I have Brussels sprouts. I have some kale. I'll put some quinoa with it, and sweet potato. So I'm going to fix this up. And again, this is the packaging. And it says that there are 48 grams of protein per pack. So it's fava tofu. So I'm going to fix that up and let you guys know how that tastes. I also got, there was one other like vegan meat that I got, and I try to stay away from vegan meats because of the additives in there, and also because of the sodium in there. I don't want my sodium levels to be too high, water retention. So instead of me, like I wanted some Caesar dressing, but I have a regular Caesar dressing in my fridge, but I didn't want to make Caesar dressing because, like I said, I'm trying to be nut free right now, so I didn't want to make Caesar dressing. Yeah, no, I gotta drink this water because this cough is right up on me. Back to our regular schedule program. So I was saying that I wanted to make a Caesar dressing, but I didn't want to do it with cashews, and I didn't want to eat the dressing that had the dairy on it. So I decided to go to my Friendly app that I'll show you guys. I can't show it to you yet, but I went to the internet and I asked the internet to make me a Caesar dressing, a vegan Caesar dressing that was nut free. So the first one I actually came back and gave me a cashew recipe, and I was like, I don't want to use cashew. So I said, you know, what can I use? Because in the Buddha bowl, I had made this tahini dressing. Chef's kiss. It was delicious with the bowl. And so I was just like, okay, I'm going to use ingredients that are in my home. And so when I put the search back in and it regenerated, it actually gave me a recipe with tahini. And first of all, if you don't know what tahini is it's a creamy sesame paste. And I got this one from Sprouts, and it's organic unsalted tahini. So this is the one I bought from Sprouts. However, this is the original one that I bought from Publix, and I like this one. We'll talk about tahini and the superfood benefits of tahini, because I didn't know tahini was a superfood. But this one is not as creamy as this one. So we're gonna try this one and see what it do. But these are the two brands that I bought. And I'm, you know, moving forward, I'm not gonna really be showing the labels because my goal is to be sponsored by these companies that I'm posting and that I use every day in my home. So it's interesting because this one says that it's woman owned, and so does this one. So this one is woman owned, right here on the back, woman owned. And this one also says woman owned. So I'll probably buy this. This might be my go-to, because where I live, going to Sprouts is not a journey, but it's a whole lot of traffic and it's just too much. So what I was saying is that the tahini is what I use to make this Caesar dressing. And as you can see, I made it, and I do roasted chickpeas with romaine lettuce, and I use this and I put it on a wrap, and it is so delicious. So delicious. And tahini is a superfood, but it also helps with gut health and helping to balance out the hormones. So I'm actually glad that I ran across tahini, because I never really knew what tahini was. I would like go to the restaurants to get it on the food, but now I know what it is and how to use it. And so I will be coming and making recipes about that and sharing that with you as well. So that's the tahini. I did, like I said, I bought some food, and it was like a Korean barbecue vegetable protein type of meat. I made some pepper steak with it, teriyaki pepper steak with it last night with some coconut rice. And that was so good. I don't normally eat rice, but I really wanted coconut rice. So I can show you, like, it's real simple, like 2 steps for the coconut rice. So I'll share that with you as well. And I use jasmine rice, and I try not to use anything that has sugar in it, but I do use the sweetened shredded coconut because it gives it that good coconut flavor that helps it taste like coconut rice. So with jasmine rice and that, it's like a really great combination. So we'll talk about that as well. I did want to show you guys something else. So I like to pickle onions, and I like to do pickled peppers. I'll show you guys that as well. I have a lot of different things that I do that I'll show you. So I like to pickle onions, and I like to pickle red peppers. So I actually roast red peppers, and this is like a small jar that I put it in, but normally I put it like in a mason jar like this, where this is where I put my pickles, my pickled onions and my pickled peppers. I put them in here because I normally roast a good amount of them. But these are my roasted peppers that I pickled, and put a little picture type thing in here because I don't want to spill it over. But I'll show you all what that looks like as well. I'll drop that in the video. And so basically that's me in a nutshell. And those are some of the things that I'll be talking about. Like, my hair is in a plait. I'm coming to you because we're about to be best friends. We're about to be homegirls on my channel. And I want to be able to open up dialogue and have conversation. Even have you guys talk to me about the content that you would like to see on my channel. So we're going to be talking about faith. We're going to be talking about femininity. We're going to be talking about health. And we want to make sure that we have a joyful and purposeful life, especially coming from a place of downsizing and changing a lot of things. Just looking at where we find joy and satisfaction. Being in your 20s, 30s, 40s, this is really a channel that's geared for 40 plus year old women. And I do hope that the content that God has given to me to present on this channel brings you joy, clarity, and helps you to find purpose in your life and gives you some answers to some questions that have been looming in your head about things that you want to do. Make this a good time in your life. I would say good year, but we have to make sure that every day is we're living the life and the year that we want to live. So today is December 24th. Tomorrow is Christmas. This video, I probably won't post this video until after Christmas because I am still organizing and cleaning my home. And I'll show you footage of what it looked like before I was organizing and cleaning it. Like, I did the video and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so ashamed of how it looked. But it's real life of moving into a new space. And I'm also in school doing my master's of clinical mental health counseling program, and I'm working on getting my licensure. The goal is to be completed by 2026. This is my second master's. I'll talk to you all about like my education as well. So I'll talk to you about that, what I do now, because I work full time and I am in an entrepreneur lane as well. So we'll talk about how I've scaled back so that I can have more time to focus on myself and go into the goals that I want to get. But like I said, we are going to be homegirls on this channel. I will come time to time homely like this, but for most of the time I do want to get into playing with makeup on this channel as well. My favorite makeup, I would love to work with you guys, that is Juvia's Place. I just love the way that my skin is sensitive, and so I don't have any kinds of reactions or anything to Juvia's Place. So I would love to work with Juvia's Place. So I'm just putting out there the brands that I would like to work with. I would like to work with Target because I go to Target all the time. I would like to work with Sprouts because I shop there. I would like to work with Publix. In terms of clothing, I haven't found like a store or a place per se that I would like to work on or work with, but I will focus in on that because we're going to be talking about fashion as well. This is not like too fashionable. It is comfortable. But the more that I have been transitioning out of my clothing to something that really fits my personal style. So with that being said, I've gone through my closet. I've organized my closet. I have 3 boxes of clothes, 3 medium boxes, like U-Haul boxes of clothing that I've gone through that no longer fit my personal style and that don't fit me. I have shirts that are from like 2010. That's like what, 14 years ago? Why do I have t-shirts from 14 years ago? So I want to wear things that really speak to my personal style. Right now I'm into the 2-piece sets, and so that's what I've kind of transitioned and clothes out of my closet to now working 2-piece sets into my wardrobe for different reasons. You can interchange 2-piece sets. You can have a top and a bottom and a top. You can mix and match it. I find like with solids you have a bit more versatility where you can repeat certain items with each other, accessorize jewelry. And then because I work full time and I am in school, I'm working on the YouTube channel and trying to get things going. I find that a 2-piece set may be easier in terms of figuring out what to wear and then figuring out what to accessorize it with. Now my hair is in micro locks, so that's another journey. We can probably talk about that another time, but it is in micro locks. I'm debating because January will be 5 years since I've had it, and it's like easiest style that I think I've had other than having a bald head. So bald head is calling me again, and I want to kind of shave it down and blonde, but I will see because I'm not like married to my hair, but I do love my hair and I committed to growing it. I told myself like 7 years in the 8th year, because 7 is completion and 8 is renewal or it's new. So I told myself like in the 8th year, I may either cut my locks off or do something different with it where I'll color it, because I love my black hair right now. I just feel like it doesn't look dry. It's not breaking. It's healthy. I do love it. But I also want to work with places like Ulta, because I do buy my makeup from there. I do buy some stuff online from Juvia's Place. So there's just like different brands that I do want to work with. So the more that I am on my channel, my goal is to get to 500 subscribers, and I would like for that to see that happen within 1 to 2 months time. But I know that it's going to take me being consistent on my channel for me to be able to get that. So my goal is to monetize my channel, but most importantly, bring you all the content that God has put on my heart to bring to you. And again, like I said, we really want to look at health and health and wealth, and more so wealth being the health product, and you to be healthy mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. There's a lot of areas where people have not healed. They haven't healed areas with their finances. They haven't healed emotionally. They haven't healed their relationship with food. And so instead of looking at food as an emotional vehicle, we have to look at food as a nutritional vehicle, right? Find that when you are in a good place mentally, you will in turn make good decisions, and you will eat good food. You will place yourself in good company. You will make sure that you're getting good rest. You will make sure that you're not in situations where you're feeling uncomfortable. So I guess with all of that, it's really like boundaries, time boundaries, financial boundaries, boundaries with people, boundaries with your space. Because one thing about being in like a 1-bedroom apartment is me understanding the value of my own company and the value of cultivating a space that speaks to who I am now, but that's also going to produce growth. So, but I've enjoyed speaking with you guys, and I look forward to coming back and giving more chats, and just you all following me on my journey to curating my space to just like feminine, flirty, and I'm talking to my sister because she's helping me to decorate my home, but it's more like a modern / upscale feminine space that I want, because I want that energy to come in. The fact that I don't have to struggle with finances is a plus. I can't even tell you guys the space that I'm coming from to where I am now, how powerful that is, because I noticed that it's helping me to live a softer life. It's helping me to look at the fact that I don't have to make these decisions about what bill I need to pay versus what bill, right? It is helping me look at the fact that I am on a path to the healing journey with my finances. And because I'm on that path, a lot of things open up. I know that my bills are going to be paid. I know, first of all, let me just say that God always provides, because there's been times where I'm just like, oh gosh, like I'm working this job, I'm a professional, but this rent is super high, these bills are super high. And so it's putting me in a space of making decisions that are good. It's helping me to be in a space where I'm making better decisions financially, where my money is not being, how do I say? Because we're going to do a whole series on this. We're going to do like we're going to talk about it, and then I'll see if I'll do a challenge on it. But it's putting me in a space of understanding that I am no longer in a space of survival. So I'm going from surviving with my finances to thriving with my finances. I'm still working on, so that is actually a work in progress. But I am excited for what this healing journey is going to bring, because I'm also working on healing relationships with myself, number one, with God, because I have neglected God. I talk to him like every day. If we make a decision, and I'm saying we, that's me, to give my complete all, I want to know where that's going to lead me. I want to know where that is taking me. I want to see the fruits of my life as God sees the fruits of my life. I want to go on this journey and this experience with God. I want him to like blow my mind with all the amazing things that he wants for me. And I want what God wants for me. Because I think for the longest time, one of the mistakes that we make is wanting what we want for ourselves and not seeing what God wants for us and how he wants it for us. And I'm just gonna use my move for example, because that's the series that I've written that I'm gonna do. For example, I was in a 3-bedroom. Well, I was in a 2-bedroom, and the rent kept going up. I was like, when I moved in 5 years ago, I was paying like $973, and then when I moved out of that apartment, I was paying like $16. And then I went to the larger space because I have a puppy and I have my daughter, and that space was like a little over $1,900. That is a lot of money to be paying for rent. Some of you might be paying more money for a 3-bedroom, but in terms of what I am making versus what I was paying, it didn't add up. The math was not mathing, right? And I think at the time that I got in that space, and I only lived there for about 9 months because my daughter moved out. We moved in like February, and she moved out in August and got her own 1-bedroom. And I was like, I think I need to do the same. Because by myself, she was helping me, and by myself it was difficult. So God had to orchestrate it that she moved out so that I could move here. I live about 1.5 miles, almost 2 miles down the road from her. So we still live close to each other. I had to move out of the environment that it was at because my mindset was also accepting things, right, that were not what God had desired for me. It was looking at things that were old. That I'm not saying that it didn't have value, but I knew that's just not where God wanted things for me to be. He wanted me to be in an environment where things are new, break out of the mindset of accepting things because I needed it. God wants me in a place to be to get the things that I need, but he also has opened me up to the mindset that I can have what I need because he's going to supply it, but I can also have what I want because he's going to supply that also. So it's like a totally different mindset. It's a shift moving from one space to the next. And I always say, like, my goal and my thing is to be obedient to what God is telling me and not obedient to what I think should happen. So what God is telling me and what I do, it should align. It should speak to the life that God is directing me to, but the life that God wants for me, how he wants me to thrive and to not be in a space where I have to survive. So when I was living in that apartment, I was more in survival mode because I would literally be paying my bills, and that was all I had money for. I didn't have money to go out and have fun. I didn't have money to put into my business. I didn't have money to sometimes buy groceries like I needed to. I had to rely on my daughter for that. And although like I was a breadwinner and I was providing because God allowed me to provide, I was just like in a space of surviving. So I was just, the paychecks was just paying for what I needed to live. And I had my life coaching business that was doing really well, and then I had my counseling business and that was doing well. And then there was just like a period of time where I started to work a new job and loved my job, and so I was putting more effort into the job than I was into my actual business. So things kind of shifted and changed, but I'm going to share those stories with you as we go on this journey, as we move from surviving to thriving, because we're in a space of thriving right now, as we go to more downsizing, more decluttering, making sure that we are wealthy in the areas of mental, spiritual, physical, financial, health. And we're going to work our way through food. We're going to talk about that as well. So I invite you all to like and subscribe. And I hope that this channel finds the girlies who need it. There's a lot of things that I watch a lot of channels, and there's a lot of things that I don't see that people talk about, that I wonder about, that I want to talk about. I want to have these conversations with you. So let's be girlfriends. Come on into my channel. Click like, comment below. If this is something that resonates with you, if there's something that you want to see, don't let this be the first time that you run across my video. Let this be the first time you find it and that you recommend it. And I pray that God blesses this channel that it increases. But even more so, I ask that you all pray for me to be consistent with the content that I'm coming out with. So I thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to end the video here, and I will see you guys in the next one. So thanks for watching. I love you all already. I love you all. Thank you so much. And don't forget to like this channel. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to recommend this channel. All right, guys. Bye.